Vikram, for your time today in this discussion on outlook about supply chain finance in India in the coming months and in the coming years. So, one of the things that we are seeing is that how do you think, how the current landscape is and how is the maturity of adoption of SCF products within India, not only by banks but also by corporates?
First of all, thanks Rahul and Akshya for such a warm welcome and introduction. And when we are talking about current landscape of India, so GDP is expected to grow at 6.8%. Last quarter it grew 6.5%, little sluggish, but still we are the fastest growing economy. And credit growth for last quarter was also decent. Private sector bank grew 28-29% year on year. So, when we are talking about the supply chain finance, GTR report worldwide, they are saying that supply chain finance has grown 12.1% CAGR for last 5 years. So when we are talking about India, it is even higher because we have started seeing the adoption by the corporates and banks. So corporates these days, they all want off balance sheet and structured products, and they want higher funding because of the growing phase. So when it is, I'm seeing a lot of change in or shift of phenomena that people are moving from people are moving from traditional banking to transaction based banking because in transaction based banking you get 100% of the transaction amount as a funding amount, wherein in traditional banking we keep 25% margin on book debts and stocks. So that additional 25% helps those corporates to grow further, and at the same time for banks also it is better because we have a visibility on underlying trade transaction. Today there is a digital footprint of each and every transaction as well. So that also helps banks to derive a lot of comfort on our end use and seeing the cash flows where they are moving. So I see a lot of opportunities, but still there is lot to be done. You can see that government and government is also taking a lot of initiatives towards it, and regulator is also. So like TREDS platforms, ONDC, OCAN, all these are to support the MSMEs in supply chain finance. But yes, there is still a lot to be done.
Oh yeah, we are seeing a growth in all the sectors that we ourselves are tracking very closely. But for all this growth, how do you see technology enabling, transforming some of this with all these new digital platforms, not only coming from the banks but also from fintech companies. So how do you see tech helping in this transformation and enablement?
So Rahul, gone those days are when corporate used to submit physical invoices with lorry receipt, goods received notes to branches, and where the turnaround time was much higher, like 4-5 hours minimum or a day also. So today, with the help of technology, the TAT is reduced to few minutes. You have seen our growth, bank's growth also, like it is more than 20%. And obviously thanks to Vayana's cutting edge platform, because we grew in last 3-4 years 20x, and that wouldn't have been possible without your digital platform provided by you. So in that we could digitize end-to-end processes, and that helped corporate also with the ease of transactions. They could the turnaround time was what, few minutes only.
Correct.
So I think technology is imperative now. Without that you cannot expect that kind of growth.
But that has also added a lot of pressure where the expectation from the corporates is much
Yeah,
higher.
that's what.
I just
Yes.
uploaded it now. In the next few minutes, I want credit in
Yes.
my bank. So obviously that is there. And now there has been some disruptions in the global supply chains and all. How do you think that has affected India in any form and the businesses? And has India been learning and adapting to some of these things? How have you seen that transform? How global practices have come into India as well in this domain?
So you remember pandemic times when in all the newspaper there was a news that biggest chips or semiconductor is in shortage. So auto OEMs were halting their plants, or delivery period for vehicle was even more than a year. A small car needs 1,000 chips, 1,000 semiconductors, and it can go up to 3,000 chips in one car. So now it's a high time. We need to work more on Atmanirbhar Bharat. We have to develop our capabilities towards it, and we have to work on China plus one manufacturing strategy. So yeah, we've learned it hard way, but I think we are in the right direction of more on Atmanirbhar Bharat, and that will definitely give us a lot of opportunity in supply chain.
Uh, Also, what do you foresee are some of the key trends which will unfold over the next 2 3 years, especially more from opportunities point of view, but maybe potential risks, in the next 2 3 years. So we are all prepared for it.
So, for next 2 3 years, I see a lot of opportunities, and of course, opportunities comes with a lot of challenges too, right? So, currently, what we are doing or banks are doing, they are preferring to do layer one of supply chain finance. Okay, they are not going into deep tier yet. So, we are yet to reach to a unaddressed market of supply chain finance, where we need to fund tier 2 dealer, tier 3 dealer, or tier 2 or 3 vendor to actually address MSMEs problems. It will require a lot of automation, and working lot. We have to work more on a portfolio monitoring, credit monitoring piece, also early warning signals. That is possible with the help of all the fintechs. I think you guys are also coming up,
Yes.
with lot of solutions.
Yes.
Where you are throwing EWS for smaller ticket size. So I think that is now imperative, and we need more work on it. We have to work on lighter credit assessment. We have to work on cash flow based credit assessment, templated assessment, rather than doing a traditional assessment now. So I think in next 2 3 years, I see that trend going to pick up more.
Yeah, with all this analytics data, you'll have enough background and history of outcomes based on that data as well. So how do you think, like, fintechs, Vina and others as well, we are offering in this solutions in this space for credit assessment and all. How do you see fintechs and banks collaborating to drive this journey over the next 2 3 years? How do you see that relationship evolving?
So you remember when fintechs were emerging in supply chain finance area, people were talking that bank will become irrelevant, and fintechs are eating their pie. But today everybody has realized that this is not true. You guys are extended arm for the bank. You are reaching where we are not reaching. You are helping us doing lot of automation, lot of process ease. So I feel that next 2 3 years, or next 10 years, I should say rather, fintechs are going to help banks in growing multifold in supply chain finance. By doing end-to-end automation, where right from credit assessment to onboarding to disbursement will take place. So I think times are changing, and fintech, we have realized that they are partners to us, not a threat to us.
Thank you, thank you. So, other thing is, as you mentioned, as we will be adding tier 2, tier 3, organizations, whether on the receivable or the payable side. But what have you seen as the main barriers for not only MSMEs adopting, and what would the banks need to do to engage and increase that coverage for credit towards MSMEs? So, what do you see as those as the main barriers, and how banks will help them?
So barriers, as I said, that we're still on a traditional, assessment model. So probably few of the banks have come up with the lighter assessment, which is, online assessment. But still, there is a long way to go. So as I said earlier, that we have to work on cash flow based approach, or probably we have to work on, PO financing more, where MSMEs and SMEs are getting purchase orders. But we have not reached there. We are not deriving comfort. So I think I feel that corporate should also help us entering into their ecosystem, they should also support their, tier 2, tier 3 vendors. They're supporting their vendors, I'm not saying. But we need more engagement from corporate side to help us. And as I said, that bank needs to work, we have to pick up a space in doing a lighter credit assessment. We have to work more on, real-time early warning signals. And we need to understand the digital footprints of the transaction and track it so that we are assured of that, the genuineness of transaction is there. So we can fund for the people where the balance sheet is not very strong.
So thank you so much and giving us all these insights into the outlook of supply chain finance in the coming months and years. And we look forward to continuing our collaboration in the near future and the far off future as well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Kumkum. Thank you so
Rahul.
much.
Thank you so much.